Hi, my name is Benson Edman, and I'm with the LTV Community Intern Project. Today with me, I have Mr. James Chung.
Yep.
So, I have one question for you, and that is, what do you do for a living, and why did you choose to follow that career path in life?
So I actually import cashmere. We have a brick and mortar out here in East Hampton. We had 4 locations pre-COVID, but after COVID, we shut down 3 of our brick and mortars. We're down to 1, but we have 48 stores across the U.S. that kind of carry our brand. I was in finance for 15 years. This was really my mom's business. I kind of took it over in 2017. I just was wanting to find something that I really wanted to do. Finance was great, the money was great, but it wasn't my passion, so I got burnt out really quickly. I kind of saw an opportunity to take over her business and bring it to the next level. She had a little brick and mortar in La Jolla, California, which is where I'm from. When I did commercial lending and small business lending, I kind of kept telling her to expand the business, and she really didn't want to at that time, but I saw an opportunity when I wanted to leave my career field and kind of took over her business and brought it to the next level.
That's really interesting. So, why did you decide to move all the way from California out to the East Coast?
So this was actually still back in my finance days. I moved to New York in 2009. I was still doing commercial lending for JP Morgan. So they actually were the ones that recruited me and brought me out here.
That's cool.
So I was in New York for a while from 2009 to 2017. 2017 was when I took my mom's business from San Diego and moved it out here to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so do you currently have any stores that are located within East Hampton? And if so, what are they and where are they located?
So yeah, we actually, we started our business in Southampton. We opened our first brick and mortar in Bridgehampton next to Piers. We were at 2440 Montauk Highway. I don't know why I still remember the address, but we were there for like about 5 years. And then during COVID, unfortunately, our landlord had increased our rent. So we were looking for new places, and East Hampton came about. So we were on Newtown and Osborne for about, we moved there in 2021. So now it's about 4 years we were there. And then now we have a new location opening up in Park Place, which is right behind the Stop and Shop Parking Center.
Yeah.
That we're opening up June 12th is our opening date for that.
Okay. I've heard that you have the vision for like a new store, and that's going to replace the party shop in East Hampton.
Yeah, so we actually got tapped on the shoulder by the community saying like, hey, there's a lot of small businesses that actually want to open a retail space out here, but just either financially don't have the means to, or the investors, or, really the scope to understand what it takes to open a retail store. So what we decided to do was to open a retail store, not to only carry my products, but to actually open it up to small business owners, local business owners, so that we can house them and provide the location, the rent, the staffing, the operations, and really they're just supplying us the product. But they can be represented in a way where it kind of reflects what you can get locally within East Hampton.
That's very, very cool, because a lot of local businesses have a struggle trying to get into town because the rent is so high. Right. So I think that's awesome that you're opening up to local businesses as well.
Right, yeah. So our goal is to keep their operational costs down, and they can focus on their product to help out the community to do that.
That's awesome. So what are some of the businesses that this new store is going to focus on, and how are they going to benefit the local East Hampton population?
So we actually have a range. It can range anywhere from pottery to women's accessories to gardening tools. Like, we have a whole range of things that we're going to be offering in the store, and they're all locally sourced businesses that we've decided to partner with. The town of East Hampton is going to benefit from it because now they're actually going to have artisans that's local that can have a presence within the retail community versus online or Etsy or things like that. So now there's actually a store that you can go into and actually touch, feel, and understand the product.
Yeah, that's very, very nice because you might order something online and then it like comes and you just don't like it at all. So then you just waste the time and then you'd have to send it back.
Right.
Assuming they do have like a refund policy as well.
We also have Meet the Maker days, so you can come into the shop and actually meet the designer behind the product and understand their story behind it. I think every product that's locally made has an amazing story. A lot of business owners have how they started the business or what makes their product unique. Like, for example, we sell cashmere scarves. You can find cashmere scarves anywhere, but our story is that we work with artists from around the world to put their artwork onto our cashmere scarves. So it's specific to us. We work with a lot of artists within the Hamptons community. Steve Miller is one of them. He's pretty well known. He's been at the Parish Art Museum, Guildhall, but then people kind of understand our product and our price points and why we're able to be so unique. And I think this can translate to any of the vendors that we're going to have within our stores, that their products are all unique, whether it's handmade or, why it's unique within their product range.
Could you name any of the specific local artists that you plan to have at the store?
Yeah, so some of the artisans that we have is Brian Burgess. He's actually from upstate, from North Fork. I always say upstate New York, but it's actually North Fork. So a lot of vendors are from North Fork, so that's the other opportunity is like you don't have to travel up that way to get someone represented down here. So Brian Burgess is great. He does ceramics with his partner that does the candles within his ceramics. So after you burn through the candle, you can actually use the ceramics for something else. We have, Leslie Lennox who does knitwear. We have Hidden Gems from Southampton. They always have a great tablescape of things to do, to look at as well. So a lot of different curated collections that we have.
Mm-hmm. And more about the process behind like establishing the store. What exactly did you have to do to get this store in town?
Yeah, so it was the party shop, and we all love the party shop. Everyone loves what party shop had to offer, and I think people didn't look beyond what their product offering was. So the actual landscape of party shop hadn't been touched since 1987, but it has a little bit of nostalgia to it, right? Everyone who's from the Hamptons, born and raised out here, it's like that party shop was a key piece of the community, and we were all sad to see it go. But it's amazing that we were able to transform the space into a whole new space. I think people who walk in and see our space are like, this was the party shop. Like, it's just something completely different. So you have to come check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out once it's open. And the last question I have is, what are your long-term goals for this store? Do you have any in the foreseeable future that you can think of?
Yeah, so we kind of are hoping. So Susan Nealand is another person who is a longtime Hamptons resident. She's really the one helping me curate the list of, artisans that we have coming within the store, and she's really talented on putting that list together. She's really connected within the community. Our long-term goal is to see that every small business succeeds, because unfortunately, the rent is high. And that's not even the only operating cost. It's the rent, the hiring staff, keeping it open. It costs businesses money every day just to keep the doors open, whether you have transactions or not. What we're hoping to foster or to be able to provide small businesses that always wanted a retail shop or couldn't be on the South Fork in the Hamptons because of the rent rates, that we can offer this, technically this operational package where we provide the rent, we provide the staffing, we provide the operating costs, and they just have to focus on their product selling. So it really becomes a place where they can direct their following to come and see, touch, feel, understand their products and things like that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, thank you for having me.
My name is Benson Edman, and this interview was presented to you by the LTV Community Intern Project. Thanks for watching.